Welcome to Reloading from the Hot Pot. Here, I like to do good gun, gear, and accessory reviews, plus share a little bit about my life. If you're not subscribed, please consider giving a subscribe below, turn the bell notification on, always give a like, and please share. Welcome back, my pupils. This is Gene coming to you with Reloading from the Hot Pot. Hey, today the black box is finally done cooking, as you've seen in my previews. So let's get this black box open and see what luscious creamy goodies we have inside. As with all Rock Island Armory pistols that you always get a nice plastic case with good positive locks on it. Very well constructed. So let's get this open and take a look. Inside this luscious box, you can see we have an Armscore Precision International M1911A2 caliber 10mm pistol in the TAC Ultra full-size, high-capacity threaded barrel. You may have seen this pistol before on other reviews, but never on my channel because I've never owned one. Let's get this open. First, when you open the box up, we have the pistol and one magazine. It is a 16-round steel Rock Island Armory magazine. It is Metgar, made in Italy, so it's a very good quality magazine. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Nice follower in it, good plastic base pad. Next out of the box, we have what is gooey and creamy. The Rock Island 10mm TAC Ultra full-size, high-capacity. We're going to set this off to the side for a second, and we're going to come back and go over this entire pistol. But we're going to set it off to the side and go over what else you get in the box. Inside the top of the box, when you lift the foam out, you get some different things in here. First off, you see this is the inspection, and there's actually 2 rounds of 10mm casings in here that was test fired through this, and it shows the model, who assembled it, who sighted it, inspected it, date inspected, and packed by, which is really nice. I like that Rock Island does this. Next in the box, this is the piece of plastic that the actual pistol was shipped in. It is very oily inside of it. It does come from the Philippines, so they do actually package it very well for shipment. Little tag here. Might have to hang that somewhere. Your traditional lock, and your user manual for the 1911 A1 A2 pistol from Rock Island Armory. So let's open this up and take a look inside of it. Looking at the Rock Island Armory user manual, it does have very, very small print. Can you really read that? You're gonna need some glasses to read this. It's not very clearly printed. It's for every one that they make, and these are parts descriptions for all of their models. And then it comes back here to it's very confusing. Then it has exploded views of each model, which are very poorly printed. Could have spent a little more money on this. Very very short definitions of everything, from ammunition loading, loading the magazine, loading the pistol, unloading the pistol. It's not very explanatory for new shooters or for someone that is not really familiar with a 1911 style pistol. Warning information. Let's read the warning information here. Rock Island does offer a limited lifetime warranty on everything that they produce. But to void your warranty, you cannot refinish your firearm, drop your firearm, use remanufactured or reloaded ammunition, not properly reassembling your firearm, any addition of aftermarket parts, any unauthorized repairs done by any other than Rock Island Armory. So, limits on warranty will not cover finish, holster wear, scratches, chemical damage, aftermarket magazines, damage to factory magazines, sights not installed by Rock Island, and recoil springs. So, if you leave it completely bone stock and you shoot it and you have a problem, they'll cover it. If you use any other magazines in it, do any modifications to it whatsoever, or anything else, or shoot remanufactured ammo through it, they will not cover it. which is kind of a bummer. But, you know, I expect this to be a good pistol anyways, so we're probably going to do with it what I want to do with it because it's mine now. Out of the box, this is quite the chunky monkey, so let's get the scales out and see what it weighs. I got my trusty scales out. These have a capacity of 5 pounds or 2.2 kilograms, so we're going to turn them on. They're at 0.0. We're going to lay the unloaded, no magazine firearm on here, see what it weighs. And it weighs 3 pounds, 0.6 ounces. That is a chunky monkey. Unloaded magazine, you're looking at 3 pounds, 3.4 ounces. We're going to load this magazine up and see what it weighs with a fully loaded magazine. Here we have 16 rounds of Blazer Brass 180 grain jacketed ammunition. Put that on there. Now we're up to 3 pounds, 12.8 ounces, plus 1, which would be in the chamber. We're at 3 pounds, 13.4 ounces. And this is a chunky monkey. What a handful. Before we go any further looking at this firearm, we're going to show that its chamber is clear. There's no ammunition, nothing in the mag well. My initial impressions getting this out of the box was, wow, what a chunky monkey. Man, that is a full-size double stack 1911. It's got an excellent finish to it. They are known for wearing. I believe it is a Tenifer coating. If I'm not correct, please correct me in the comments below. The first impressions, I was like, wow, this is going to be fun. Let's go over this a little bit. We do have a 5.5-inch barrel, fiber optic front sight, so you can replace that with any color you would like. It does not come with any extra. It only comes with the one that is on it, but they are available online and they are pretty reasonable. It has front cocking serrations, rear cocking serrations that have an excellent bite, enough to pull back that heavy recoil spring that is in this thing. The rear sight is target adjustable for windage and elevation. It's a 2 white dot in the rear and fiber optic on the front. Very nice setup. I do prefer just the blacked out, so if I decide to keep the iron sights on there, I probably will just drop a little black paint in there and black those out so the fiber optic front sight shows up better. It does come with a very nice skeletonized hammer, very nice extended beaver tail safety, and very positive on and off manual safety, which is ambidextrous, as most 1911s are. The slide lock release is nothing to get excited about. It does have a nice little serrated edge there, as you can see. It does lock it back quite nice, and to let it go home, it is quite easy to release, as long as you got a good thumb pressure. If you've got weak hands, you're probably not going to release it with that, but the serrations on there really do help, and it does have a nice little ledge. A little ledge there. That's kind of cool. The grip texture, that's nothing to write home about. Nothing to write home about at all. I'm probably going to do some stippling on those grips just to customize it a little more for me. It does have a nice looking pattern on it, but it is very smooth. Front texturizing on it is just these stripes here, which when I hold that in my hand, I can't feel them at all. There's no contact at all with these. So there's going to be something done on here. Yes. The back strap does have nice checkering on the back strap, which is why I wonder why they just didn't put it on the front strap on this. You know, this is a 10 millimeter. This is going to be a handful to handle, literally. The magazine release is quite nice, very extended out there. You don't see them extended that far out on most 1911 pistols. So the empty magazine does slide out of there quite nice. Does it eject or just pop it up? Ooh, it popped it up. Look at that. That was nice. So that's a good release from the magazine. I would expect nothing less from Rock Island Armory and steel magazines against a steel frame. The magwell on this does seem to be made of steel as well, and does offer a nice general mouth here to feed your magazines. I really like that they include that. Man, this is a chunky monkey. Everything on it's steel. The trigger is a standard 1911 trigger. It is adjustable for pre-travel, and it is serrated on the front there, as you can see. So we're going to show clear again. We're going to pull the trigger. We've got a little bit of take up. Like I said, this is brand new. I've done no adjustments to it. Brake. And then your reset is right there. Quite nice. Hey, while we're on the trigger, let's take a trigger pull and see what it's pulling at. So we pulled out ye old trusty Wheeler trigger pull gauge. So we're going to give this we're going to set this to 0. We're going to got this cocked back. We're going to give this a pull. We're going to put it in the center of the pad. And we're pulling right at just under 6 pounds. You can see that. We're going to take another one. Reset this. And again, just under 6. It's actually right between 5.5 and a 6 pound pull. Which, that's okay. I mean, it's stock, it's not shot, it's not broken in yet. So, I can definitely see that getting better, knowing Rock Island Armories and just 1911s in general. It does have a really nice 1913 Picatinny rail on it for mounting your lights, lasers, bags of chips, whatever you would like at the range. I prefer combos personally. I don't know why you would want to add any weight to this, except maybe for, I don't think it would create balance. It's just going to add more weight. Yeah, it's just going to add more weight to put anything out here. But if you would like to install any accessory, such a light, laser combos, bags of chips, whatever you'd like to put out there, it is there for your entertainment. With the 5.5 inch barrel, it does come with a threaded barrel with a thread protector installed onto it. That is part of the deal. That comes with it. Make sure that's good and tight. Overall, I'm really impressed with it. I'm happy with it. I'm very happy with my purchase. It's very, very nice. It does need some modifications and some upgrades. We got a little something there on the slide. Not sure what that is. Could be the coating coming off. Who knows? I probably most likely won't leave this as it is. I just really can't leave anything alone. You know my feelings. But I'm really looking forward to getting this out to the range and shooting it. But what we're going to do next is I'm going to take this down and we're going to look at the internals really quick. And then we'll do our finish up. Well, I took everything apart, which is a basic field stripping of it. I took the barrel out of it, the recoil spring and guide rod, slide off of it, and here we have the frame. Let's take a look at this. Look how oily that is. I mean, they really greased this up. That is going to need a really good cleaning and a re-oiling. But very impressive with the machining. I don't see major machining marks. It is all Tenifer coated. Like I said, if I'm wrong about the Tenifer, please leave a comment below and correct me. But I believe that's what it is. Very good machining. I mean, as you would expect to see from Rock Island, they do make some quality firearms. And they are not that costly either. They are pretty cost friendly for what you get. So there's the frame. Let's look at the slide. Same with the slide. Look at all that grease in there. There's a little bit of wear mark right there. Probably just from racking it. I have had this out of the box and have dry fired it just a little bit. But pretty good overall. Good 1911 style finish. Recoil spring and guide rod, which you have to use the little keeper for. So I just use a paper clip, cut that down, bend it, and put it in there. That spring is stiff. I'm going to see about getting some replacement springs for this and do some testing with it, because this thing is super hard to rack. And yeah, I've been doing some tutorial videos on upgrading these. The barrel, very nice barrel. Got a nice little lip right there. I don't know what that little wear mark is. You see that? That's where that barrel flares out the end there. To polish that feed ramp up. Appears it's a little dirty from the couple rounds that have fired through it, but that's okay. We're going to give it a good cleanup. And the pin itself keeps everything together. But that's it for the disassembly. So I'm going to put this back together and talk to you a minute more. Alright, my pupils, I've got that cleaned, lubed, and put back together. Running just fine. Smoothed it up quite a bit. Should be fun at the range. I am really thinking about that recoil spring though. I forgot to put my thread protector back on. That's what I forgot to do. Got screwed back on her quick. Looks kind of goofy without it, don't it? Give it a nice twist tight on there. I'm really happy with it. I'm really looking forward to taking it to the range and giving us some rounds, man. Giving us some rounds. Feeding this thing some lunch. I want to thank you all for joining me on my new acquisition. Be looking for the range video here very shortly because we're going to take this out to the range. I'm going to feed it some factory rounds. I'm going to feed it some hand-loaded ammunition. And we will see what it's got, what it needs, how it performs. We'll be back. Good or bad, we'll be back. Alright, my pupils, thank you very much for watching. As always, I greatly appreciate all my viewers. Thank you very much for following me, subscribing to me, and just listening to my silly goofiness. Alright, everybody, always remember to keep blowing the smoke.